So you might have heard of people talking about Bitcoin as being a Ponzi, and I want to break that down and see if that's true. The phrase Ponzi scheme came originally from Charles Ponzi, who back in the 1920s was promising 50% returns to investors whilst faking these postal coupon arbitrage trades in the background. And fundamentally what was going on was money was coming in from new investors and he was using that to fake the profits. So until the money ran dry. So what we've got by way of the key characteristics, if you like, of a Ponzi is this cash flow of new money covering the seeming profits. It's shrouded in secrecy, and there's always a central figure managing the process and keeping the scam going. Another example you might know of is Bernie Madoff, who as far back as the 1960s started this investment scheme where he was faking stock trades and doing exactly the same thing. New investor money was covering over the profits and or making up these supposed profits. And he kept this going for years and years and years, right through till 2008 when the financial crisis hit and investors wanted to get their money out to the tune of $7 billion. And it wasn't there, and he came clean with his sons, and his sons handed him over to the FBI, and he was arrested the next day. So same thing, we've got this central figure, it's all shrouded in secrecy. Is Bitcoin a Ponzi? Let's break it down. Let's talk about this issue of secrecy. Bitcoin is fundamentally the absolute opposite of a Ponzi. It is a public ledger. And so what's going on there is you've got thousands of miners and node operators across the globe checking this blockchain for fake transactions or dodgy transactions, and they're checking it every 10 minutes. So this public blockchain that's run on open source software that anybody can look at and anybody can check is being audited in effect every 10 minutes, unlike any investment that's ever existed on the planet. So is it secret? Absolutely not. Is there a central character keeping it running? No, it's a decentralized protocol, much like the internet. And so there's no one person operating it or controlling it, not even a small group of people like shares, like listed public companies. So there's no one controlling it. There's no one person profiting from this or hiding anything. Do old investors from way back when it first started in 2009, do they profit from the demand of newer investors? Yes, that's true, but it's just supply and demand. It's market forces that are moving the price exactly the same as shares, as gold, as property. So it is simply market forces at work. The supply is fixed at 21 million. So the demand increases and decreases as the years go by, and that's what pushes the price up and down. So it's volatile, the price can be volatile, there's no doubt about that, but it's market forces doing that. So what we actually have in Bitcoin, rather than something shrouded in secrecy, we've got something that is entirely transparent. We've got a protocol and a ledger that can be verified by any individual and is verified by thousands of individuals every 10 minutes. Is there a central figure? No, there's no central figure. There's no central company. There is no company. It is hundreds and thousands of decentralized miners and node operators and retail investors and now institutional investors too. And are there any promises of returns? Nobody's promising any returns any more than a share or gold or property. There is no promise, there is no guarantee, nobody is suggesting that. So I would argue that Bitcoin is far from a Ponzi. In fact, we've possibly never seen anything on earth that is more opposite to a Ponzi than Bitcoin.